Today on Fresno State Focus, a Folklorico group on campus is helping to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month.
And now that tuition hikes have been approved, we'll let you know what to expect.
Plus sports highlights and a look at what's to come with our first game of conference play this weekend against Nevada. Fresno State Focus starts now.
Hello, and welcome to Fresno State Focus. I'm Cameron Butler.
And I'm Cynthia Carranza. Welcome to our first newscast of the semester. Did you know students will be paying more to attend Fresno State next year? Yep, you heard that correctly. Prices are going up, and that means more money is coming out of your wallet. The CSU Board of Trustees approved a 6% tuition increase for the next 5 years. This goes into effect next fall. Alexis Breen explains how this will affect students for years to come.
By the fall of 2028, students could see their yearly tuition go up by nearly $2,000. The recent approval by the CSU Board of Trustees came with lots of opposition from students and faculty. Fresno State ASI Senator Marco Flores explains the increase.
It's for the entire CSU system, which is all 23 campuses, including Fresno State University. It's $342 per semester increase, 6% annually for 5 years.
Tuition in the CSU system has gone up only once in the last 12 years. Kelly Russell from the Office of Financial Aid and Scholarships says that about 65% of Fresno State students rely on grants to help pay for their tuition.
So their tuition is paid by a Cal Grant award, a state university grant, maybe someone is receiving the Cal Vet fee waiver, that kind of thing. And so as tuition goes up over the next few years, so do those awards.
Russell encourages all students to apply for financial aid and scholarships. You never know what you might be eligible for. There have been many changes to the federal student aid application. This year, the application will look completely different, and it'll open in December instead of October. The Office of Financial Aid will be hosting many workshops to help you. For more information, visit the Office of Financial Aid and Scholarships. Alexis Breen, Fresno State Focus.
Student fees for Fresno State will be added on top of the tuition hike. That will be $300 a year for the new RSU.
Academic Success Coaching is hosting a mini-series of academic workshops this week. The mini-series is a collaborative effort between multiple campus resources like the Health Center and Advising Center. It's where students can learn all that the campus has to offer. The workshops run through this Friday, the 29th.
These topics include how to be a student parent, also how to debunk the social media myth and focus on your mental health.
Students who participate in 3 or more workshops will receive a certificate recognizing them as an academic success scholar.
This week is your last chance to catch Small Explosions exhibit in the Phoebe Conley Art Gallery. The exhibit displays dozens of pieces from Fresno State's own faculty member, Laura Meyer. Pieces in the exhibit range from oil paintings to sculptures. Students say allowing an exhibit like this isn't only beneficial for students, but for staff as well.
I think that's kind of what this was like, is like, she was getting her passion, and not only that, to inspire her students.
Guest speaker Nancy Udelman will make her appearance tomorrow at 4 to talk about the exhibit. The show is open to the public from 10 to 4. It's free to get in. Small Explosions runs through this Friday, so be sure to check it out before it's too late. You don't want to miss it.
If you're looking for a different kind of art to enjoy, this Friday, Cineculture screenings present Lighting Up the Stars. It's a touching film about a little girl who's suddenly orphaned and an ex-con working in his family's funeral home. The film will be screened at 5:30 p.m. in the Peters Education Center auditorium inside the Student Rec Center. It's free, open to the public, and parking is not enforced after 4 on Fridays. So make sure to tell your friends.
Noche de Baile, or a night of dance, is coming this Friday to campus via Spotlight Events. It will be on the south lawn of the RSU next to parking lot P31 from 7 to 10 this Friday. All students will have free admission. As long as you bring your student ID, you can be a part of all of it.
Our DJ Lunatico, a mechanical bull that they can ride. That's my favorite part. Student vendors, local Hispanic-owned food businesses. For example, Quesadilla Gorilla.
And of course, students can expect plenty of baile or dancing at Noche de Baile. Make sure you have that student ID handy to enjoy the fiesta this Friday.
Hispanic Heritage Month is happening, and the Fresno State Folklorico is here to represent what that means to them through dancing.
This is hour 1 of a 4-hour practice heading into midnight. It's high-level, intense movement, spinning in this case. Make sure you balance, look at your audience, and smile.
It has this intrinsic value that it's more than just engaging in some kind of entertainment. It's about exploring their own sense of identity. It's about reinforcing the positive nature of who they are. It's about reinforcing their self-worth.
With each barrel turn, they learn a lot more about who they are and where they come from.
I felt like it was just a way to connect with my culture, that I never had a chance to do it when I was younger.
Folklorico is a way for students to get involved with traditional activities.
My favorite part about Los Danzantes is that it has really brought me a sense of belonging. I started college during the pandemic, and I didn't feel like I had a connection to the university or the campus. And when I started, I feel like I really found myself.
Finding purpose, connection, and a passion for tradition is what brings these folklorico dancers together. Los Danzantes are taking a little break right now, but they are still working on their performances and getting ready for their next event, which is La Bienvenida on September 29th. Reporting from the South Gym, I'm Jacqueline Alvarez, Fresno State Focus.
Someone who knows all about the power of theater, Kathleen McKinley.
Yes. Thank you, Cynthia. That is so nice to say my name that way.
She joined theater and dance department in 1983, so we're coming up on 40 years.
We are.
She is directing her final play right now called At the Wedding.
Yes, I am. A comedy opens October 27th, plays for 2 weekends here on campus. My final production here at Fresno State.
What has that rehearsal process looked like?
It is a wonderful rehearsal process. You were there last night. And you know what? I'm just a little bit mad at you.
Why are you mad? How could you ever be mad?
I'm going to tell you why I'm mad at you. Because you came and watched my lovely rehearsal with my fabulous students.
They were fabulous.
Thank you. And when I got home about 11 o'clock last night, I opened up my phone and you have sent me these deep and thought-provoking questions about, and I woke up this morning saying, what was it all about?
I wanted you to think about these things.
I am trying to think about it. I am thinking about it, but it definitely put me into a thoughtful mood. But I am directing a comedy right now. But I know the question one of the questions you asked me about is first. And yes, I was the first woman to be hired as a director and acting teacher in the theater department. Those positions had been held by men previously. I was subsequently the first woman to be elected department chair. Mm-hmm. And I was definitely the first director to have a portable crib in my office and a sign on my door that said, "Please don't knock, nursing mother." So wow. I hope I've, broken a few barriers, maybe a few ceilings along the way.
I would say so. You've paved the way for more.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. For you, I hope.
Oh, thank you. What do you think? What is the most thoughtful thing that a student has ever told you?
Well, I would say that you made me go back and look at some cards that students had written, and I think the thing that moves me the most is students thanking me for empowering them, because that's always been what I've wanted. But during the pandemic, we came and rehearsed here in person. We were the only people in the state of California really doing it. And a student, I said on the first night, are you all afraid, you know? Because we came up with protocols, and the student said, no, I'm finally feeling alive. I've been so lonesome, and I'm back with what I feel is my family again. So I would say that's one of the most moving moments of my career.
Wow. Thank you for sharing. And I think I just want to take this time to say, too, having you as a play director one semester, you definitely made students feel confident, and we're always giving uplifting feedback. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Now you're making me cry.
Thank you, Kathleen, for your time. You can catch At the Wedding at the Woods Theater down the hall from us in Speech Arts Building, October 27th. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Coming up on Fresno State Focus, we'll take a look at how extreme weather is affecting crops on campus. We'll talk with a Fresno State professor. Also, if you've ever wondered what it takes to get a bottle of wine from the vine to your table, we've got a detailed look for you with a family-run business in Fresno.
We're finally getting back some fall-like weather, maybe even a little rain. I'll have your focus on weather when we come back.
Colors are blue and our waves are red. Bulldog born and bulldog bred. Generations linked forever by traditions that have stood the test of time. Inside our stadiums, we are one. This is our valley, and this year, we're doing it for you.
At Fresno State, being bold means committing to something greater than yourself. It's learning by doing and nurturing leaders to advance our shared future. It's using research to create a better life for those around us and healing those who need us most. These are our stories, because at Fresno State, bold begins here.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline with your focus on weather today. So welcome back, Bulldogs. Let's go ahead. This view right here outside of the Peace Garden is looking quite nice. So the weather's looking pretty good, nice and bright today. Let's go ahead and take a look at that national weather. So as you can see, we got a episode of a high type of high pressure coming in, as well as low pressure. And that low pressure actually means that we might have some precipitation over here in the Central Valley. Okay, and looking more onto the state of California, we can see that that moisture from all the way over there is coming in straight to the valley. Okay, and so for today's highs, Fresno is at 84. We're looking pretty warm, but it is the first week of fall, so we will be seeing some changes to that. And Fresno, today's low is 58, and it's overall throughout the valley, it's an average of 50, so it will be getting cooler. Today's air quality is overall pretty well, but you know there still is some areas that are sensitive. And here's the extended outlook. And there might be rain on that game on Saturday, so 60% chance. I'm Jacqueline Alvarez, and that's your focus on weather. Back to you, Cameron and Cynthia.
Coming off one of California's wettest years on record, climate change is once again in the spotlight.
Liam Cavaletto joins us live from Gibson Farm Market to tell us all that rain and moisture have a big impact on crop production. Liam?
Cameron, Cynthia, that's right. I'm here live at the Gibson Farm Market, where behind me you can see a plethora of produce. However, depending on the time of year you came, most of this year that wasn't the case.
From flooded roads caused by heavy rains to damaged crops, all are a result of climate change.
We should think about climate change seriously.
Maria Estrada is a plant science professor at Fresno State. Estrada says excessive rain caused by climate change can damage crops.
The air has high moisture, so the relative humidity is high, and it's very, very much conducive for the growth of fungi.
And the heavy rains we experienced this year had an impact on a lot of crops, specifically crops like these. Grapes were one of the ones that were hit the hardest by a delayed growing season.
Ryan Jacobson is the CEO of the Fresno County Farm Bureau.
That cool, wet spring really pushed a lot and delayed a lot of our crops, anywhere from 3, probably up to 4 weeks behind what we would consider normal. So we're paying for that right now because the season is so late in comparison to what we'd expect this time of year.
He says we can better prepare for the future by planning ahead.
I'm a big advocate for going out there and building additional infrastructure, whether that's flood control, whether that's additional above ground storage.
Emily Wilson, a meteorologist at the National Weather Service in Hanford, says the best thing people can do is to be weather aware.
Is what we're doing at the Weather Service to get everyone prepared for that kind of thing and have better outlets for weather communication.
And as you heard Wilson said, one of the things to do is to remain weather aware. However, she also added that she would like to see change come in form of at the federal level by way of policy. For now, reporting live from the Gibson Farm Market, I'm Liam Cavaletto, Fresno State Focus.
A glass of wine is something many of us in the Central Valley enjoy. But do you know the extensive and skilled process that goes into that glass? I took a trip to the Nail Family Winery in Fresno County, where John Nail gives us an inside scoop on the process.
But you can see, well, you can hear the bubbles. You said, there you go. See, that's the fermentation. So that's the sugars turning into alcohol.
Yep, that's wine, or it will be, a Syrah, to be exact. It takes anywhere from 4 days to 2 weeks to complete the fermentation process.
All the sugar has been changed into alcohol. Then we'll run this through a press. We'll get all the juice out. We'll leave the skins and the seeds and the, whatever else is in there, separate that from the juice.
While the fermentation process isn't too long, to get your hands on a batch or a bottle takes a little longer. For a white wine, it takes about 6 months to finish a batch, while a red wine takes anywhere from 3 to 4 years. With all the hard work that goes into this, from the family contribution as well as the camaraderie with the employees, this is all able to be possible with the 160 acres that they have to harvest their grapes in order to make their wine here at Zavelli. From the fields to the smash and then fermenting, one employee showed me what the press is.
Where they'll throw these grapes through and then eventually it will go into those big bins shown off earlier where it starts to ferment before it goes into our big tanks and gets bottled.
While a lot of science and hard work goes into this art, every great thing always has an origin story.
We took a trip to Croatia because John's mother's side is from Croatia and they all make their own wine and their own brandies and so forth. And so our son, who was in the 5th grade at the time, said, "Why aren't we making wine?"
Now, after seeing all of that, 5 o'clock can't seem to come sooner. The Villi Winery is one of 17 wineries in and around Fresno County.
The Jordan College hosts its open house next weekend, Saturday, October 7th. The open house will be held at O'Neill Park here at Fresno State. It's open to the public, so bring your friends, bring your family, enjoy activities such as a winery tour, demonstration, and of course, prizes and giveaways. Guests will also have the opportunity to sample student-made products, all from the Jordan College of Agricultural Sciences and Technology.
To discuss what people can expect from the Jordan College open house, I'm here with Luz Mendoza. Hi, Luz.
Hello.
So how long does it take you to prepare for an event like this?
We've been preparing since about early March. It's a group, a large committee. We have representations from all 6 departments, various student groups, and have been working with our ASI student also.
And so with this event, they have wine tours. Are people just touring like the Fresno State Winery? They're also able to sample some of the Fresno State wines.
This time, the tour is going to be at 10 a.m., so we're not going to be doing any wine tasting. Figured it might be a little too early for that. So unfortunately, no, but you will be able to purchase wine.
Okay. And since you are the events and outreach coordinator for all of this, what are you yourself looking forward to most for this event?
I'm looking forward to the mule packing demonstration by our club here on campus, and then as always the ice cream samples.
And how did the Jordan College of Agriculture become such a dominant staple in the Valley for ag?
Well, we have a 1,000-acre farm where students learn learning by doing, so they are able to, just like in the segment before, learn how wine becomes from the grape all the way to the bottle. So we have students that can learn the full experience, which is very unique at a university.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, thank you again, Luz, for coming today and sharing all that. And again, the event is Saturday, October 7th at the O'Neill Park at Fresno State on the corner of Woodrow and Barstow Avenue from 9 a.m. to noon.
Coming up in sports, the Fresno State football team has accomplished something not done in the program in nearly a decade. We look at the chemistry and superstition to keep this winning streak going. Plus, Fresno State esports is enjoying a resurgence thanks to a specific member of the team. Stay tuned for sports with Ricky Oates.
I got the bulldog spirit up in my head.
Up in my head. Up in my head. I got that bulldog spirit up in my head. Up in my head to say. I got that bulldog spirit deep in my heart. Deep in my heart. Deep in my heart. Got that bulldog spirit deep in my heart. Deep in my heart to stay. I got that bulldog spirit down in my toes. Down in my toes. Down in my toes. I got that bulldog spirit down in my toes. Hey. Down in my toes to stay. I got that bulldog spirit up in my head, deep in my heart, down in my toes. I got that bulldog spirit all over me to stay. I got that bulldog spirit
deep in my heart.
Deep in my heart, deep in my heart. I got that bulldog spirit.
Here in the valley, our colors are blue and our waves are red. Bulldog born and bulldog bred. From Sweeney to Hill, Carr to Tedford, those iconic lights and that old checkerboard. Inside Bulldog Stadium, we are one. This is our valley, and this year, we're doing it for you.
Welcome on back. I'm Ricky Oakes, and this is your Focus on Sports. Our Fresno State football team is playing with confidence and chemistry, like it's been there for years. The team is fresh, and this being the first season under quarterback Mikey Keene, the chemistry and confidence are off the charts, literally. Because it is still early in the season, the team has time on their side to continue building upon this.
It goes all the way back to fall camp. I make spectacular catches. Mikey just got to put the ball in the right place. And me, I'll catch anything. And that's just the name of the game. I'll catch anything that's thrown to me, and that's what I love to do.
The Dogs are now 4-0, their longest winning streak since 2013. They are now ranked number 25 in the AP poll after the big win over Kent State last weekend. The Dogs will next up host Nevada this upcoming Saturday to open up Mountain West Conference play. Game time, 7:30. It was a successful boots and buckles night last weekend. Now, Fresno State's marketing team turns its attention to the next big promotion, the Bulldog Fiesta. This Saturday, Fresno State will honor the Central Valley's proud Hispanic community with several events. Jake Mastro, the director of marketing for Fresno State Athletics, tells the Red Wave what they should expect this weekend.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a few special performances at Bulldog Boulevard, different cultural groups performing, a Folklorico dance performance at Bulldog Boulevard, also in-game, which is the first time we'll have it in a while, which is going to be really cool.
Master says fans should come wearing red, be loud, and ready to experience a Bulldog football game, just like they did in full force this past weekend. We have other teams in action as well. Let's take a look at the Dog for Athletics for the rest of the week. Tomorrow, the women's soccer team is in Reno to take on the Wolfpack. On Friday, the cross-country team is up north in Lodi to compete in the Pacific Collegiate Invitational. The softball team is continuing fall ball action as they take on Bakersfield College at Margie Wright Diamond at 6 o'clock. The women's tennis team has a busy schedule this weekend, starting with the Cal Fall Invitational from the 29th through October 1st. They will also compete in the ITA All-Americans in North Carolina. Women's volleyball will be in the Silicon Valley, taking on the San Jose State Spartans at 2 o'clock. Then, of course, closing things out is Fresno State football playing against Nevada. Your last chance to see the Dogs at home for 3 weeks. The Fresno State Esports program is swinging into action this week. One team debuted on Monday, 3 other teams competing tonight, Thursday, and Friday. I had the opportunity to speak to the player turned manager who's hoping to turn things around in the Fresno State server. The doors are open at the USU Gaming Arena down in the University Student Union every day. But on Wednesdays, it is operated by the newest top dog to the program. Hunter Scott Shurtlift is the newest manager for Fresno State's League of Legends team, the video game that is a 5v5 arena game that focuses heavily on team play.
I got a message on Discord from Jacob asking me if I wanted to take over and leading the team. So I just stepped up and said I wanted to because I wanted to be more involved, and I'm a business management student, so I think it'd be good for experience.
Even with the game's massive popularity, few knew Fresno State Esports actually played League of Legends. Until tonight, where Fresno State makes their debut against University of Alaska Fairbanks. This match is a chance for everyone to see this new roster, which brings in a lot of fresh faces.
Compared to our previous years and compared to where they might expect us to end up, I think our synergy is just amazing, and we're going to have some really good games and take a lot of people by surprise.
Shurtlift has played an integral part in the team's resurgence, like adding in a new member in Coach Brett Scarborough.
I've brought the actual team a little bit more together. It seems like this year the team is getting more chances to practice, getting more chances to play together. They're really starting to connect more and become friends, so they're able to actually communicate and play a lot better as an actual team.
Even though Shurtlift didn't have any managerial experience, he has lived up to his role. Not just by helping form the team, but creating a culture around the team that was missing even when he was a player last year.
My main goal with running this program was to provide them with an experience that I didn't get playing under my coach manager. I wanted to actually make them feel like this is an e-sport and they're a team.
You can catch Shurtlift and his team playing their first National Esports Collegiate Conference match tonight at 8 on the Fresno State Esports Twitch channel. And that's your focus on sports. Back to you guys on the desk.
We've talked about how great the football team is doing right now. Yes, it's chemistry and family.
But it may also be because of what one fan is wearing on his face.
Looking back to our first game at Purdue, they were giving out complimentary sunglasses because it was so bright outside. Frank Delana, former Fresno State football player, says he's been wearing these glasses every game. And guess what? Our team has been winning.
Dogs are 3-0. I've been wearing the sunglasses. Why would I stop wearing the sunglasses? You got to keep it going, right? So now I'm wearing the sunglasses. Even if it's dark out, I'm going to wear the sunglasses.
Don't take them off. Don't take them off. There's absolutely no reason to take them off. Why do we need to find out if they're lucky or not?
Just keep them on, and Delana, you said it best. Let's keep the good times rolling. Go Dogs.
I'm not really superstitious or anything, but
I mean, I guess I'm slacking or something. I got to get my own. I don't have any yet.
Wait, actually, double negative.
That's a double negative.
Should I take them off, or I don't want to?
It's good luck.
Great, now it's on me. Now it's on me if we break
the. It's good luck right now.
All right, next week on Fresno State Focus, we sit down and enjoy the Cineculture's return of in-house screenings.
Plus, we give you the latest update on the construction projects here on campus.
Also, we take a listen to some of the local music talents here in Fresno. Thank you for joining us for our first newscast of this fall 2023 semester. I'm Cynthia Carranza.
And I'm Cameron Butler. We'll see you next week.